Thanks again, April. Here at Common Sense, we have to point out the shortcomings of our state government and our governor whenever we feel that the best interests of Rhode Island are not being served first and foremost. So it is incumbent upon us to make a point of highlighting those times when things have been done well by the management team up on Smith Hill. Last week, one such improvement in life here in the Ocean State may have begun to unfold. Governor Gina Raimondo hosted a public appearance at the State House with senior executives of General Electric's Information Technology Division. They announced the establishment of a software development and technical center here in the state. The corporation was represented by the division's Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, Chris Drumgoole. The plan calls for the hiring of approximately 100 engineers to start, with growth from there based on the unit's performance. Drumgoole's team is already in talks with all the state's universities, and the resumes are already flying through cyberspace. There are also proposals for direct state support of this private sector development that we'll hear more about later in this broadcast. In her Projo article on the announcement, though, Kate Bramson made a point that bears repeating and perhaps bears amplifying too. Bramson reports that GE's corporate financial officer, Jeffrey Bornstein, said of Governor Raimondo and her team, quote, "I can tell you that no state that I've interacted with over the last year has done a better job of putting its best foot forward than Rhode Island. And you have a governor that is absolutely, unequivocally relentless," unquote. Note to governor, relentless is good when it's used to land a deal that will help us. There is no question of the worldwide demand for the software and process improvement products General Electric seeks to produce here. Bornstein himself cited the potential for the ecosystem of Rhode Island to produce for the company and, thereby, increase its importance to GE and the GE infrastructure that will grow here. Unless onerous payments from the public treasury are involved, that sure sounds like a free market opportunity to me. And just think about the Rhode Island economic ecosystem. As a state, we are just like every other jurisdiction in the world, only smaller. So it was easier for Governor Raimondo to corral all the local leaders of government, the academy, and business she needed to bring online for this project. It ought to be a model for project management that can be repeated. The key element should not be the dowry offered to a hesitant suitor to force acceptance of a suboptimal deal. No, this time, I hope we were able to showcase the assets GE needed, not only the intellectual property to do the job, but the social and community teamwork to facilitate the evolution of the business unit. I trust the governor demonstrated that Rhode Island has an environment that is conducive to the success of this kind of business. If so, great! Now let's do it again. You probably thought of Little Rhode as just plain small. Who knew we were actually a lean, mean business partnership machine? April?